Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session on building your LinkedIn pipeline. My name is Danielle Cevallos. I am the president of Kelly Roach International and several other Kelly Roach companies. So I am very excited to be here with you today. We have a lot to cover, and I know that everyone has questions about LinkedIn and how to use it. And so we are going to dive in deep today and really focus specifically on building your pipeline on LinkedIn. So a little background for everyone. My role in the company has largely been helping Kelly scale our coaching company first. That's where we got started. So we built that to 8 figures. I was just an integral part of that as the marketing director, then VP of marketing, then CMO. And then a couple of years ago, I moved over to start our marketing agency and to run Kelly's personal brand. And then we have a couple of other companies in there that I have helped manage. And when we were starting our marketing agency, LinkedIn was kind of like, we weren't really doing LinkedIn, to be fair. LinkedIn was like the stepchild. Like it was just like that thing. We're like all over Facebook, all over Instagram. We posted, like we were posting from Kelly's account on LinkedIn, but it wasn't like a major source of anything for us. We weren't really growing it. And then one day we were getting thousands of leads from Facebook ads and Facebook groups and all these things. And everything was going great over there and on Instagram. And then one day our accounts got hacked. We lost 3 Instagram accounts, 4 Facebook ad accounts, and then a couple of Facebook profiles, all from like one hack. And it took a long time to get those things back. And thankfully, we had kind of started playing with LinkedIn in the background. We were learning the algorithm, we were testing things out, and we were getting really great results. But obviously, when we were hacked, we were like, okay, we are going to speed up this LinkedIn process and get this party started a little bit more intentionally, because if you know anything, if you've ever been hacked, if you've ever lost access to your account, we've had several clients who've just had stuff shut down on them, like completely. You know how brutal that can be. And obviously, it is something that leaves you like floundering if you don't have a plan B. So LinkedIn started as our plan B, but ultimately became the plan A for our agency, because what we were looking um, our agency services are, pretty decent sized retainers. They're not $97. They were several $1,000 investments. And we were really looking for clients who could afford that type of investment. And we were finding great success on LinkedIn through content and inbound leads, but also through some of our messaging processes. So we have actually largely leveraged LinkedIn, mainly my personal brand on LinkedIn, to grow that company. And now we've started using it for some of our other companies, getting our sales team involved, and we've helped several of our clients inside the agency grow their personal brands on LinkedIn, because they also are looking for people who can invest at a higher level, people who are decision makers, people who are not just on the platform for entertainment, which is what people go to Instagram for. So if you're building your business on Instagram, will people buy? Yes. However, the mindset of somebody who is on Instagram is not a buying mindset. It's not a business mindset. It is an entertainment mindset. They are there to be entertained. They're there to escape. They are there to find something funny to send to a friend. Okay. That's what they're on Instagram for. Facebook, we have made millions of dollars on Facebook. We have classes in our virtual business school on Facebook groups. We have absolutely leveraged Facebook ads for a long time. Facebook is an amazing place. However, people are on Facebook to connect with friends and family. It is a little bit harder to make random connections on Facebook than it is to make random connections on LinkedIn. LinkedIn people are, the mindset is work, the mindset is learning. LinkedIn has publicly come out and said, our goal is to be the place where people go for personal and professional development. That's why they have LinkedIn Learning. That's why they have collaborative articles. That's why they have all these things that are on the platform, so that people will come there in the mindset of learning and growth. Okay. which is great for you if you're selling something, because you don't have to be dancing around entertaining. You don't have to be sliding in into some crazy Instagram reel. You can literally just be an expert, talk about your expertise, get conversation started, and people will respond. Okay. So the beauty of LinkedIn is that it is a place where people go to do business. It's what they're there for. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is LinkedIn is just like every other platform. It's got an algorithm. I always say it's a much friendlier algorithm than Instagram or Facebook even. Instagram is brutal. If you are someone who's on Instagram, you know, like, and I will challenge anyone, because even the gurus will say this. When you learn it, it will change. As soon as you master the Instagram algorithm, it's gonzo, like done. So you're learning something new, and it is always more, and it is always a lot. And we do accounts for several clients, and it's crazy because the same thing, like, okay, B-roll videos of this, it's working over here, it's working over here, it's working over here, it's working for 7 clients, not this one. Not this one. It's working for everybody, but not this one. So there's nothing that is consistent when you are looking at Instagram. Facebook is like, it's never been consistent. Your business page is going to get 0 unless you're running ads. Like literally, you're going to get 0 on a Facebook business page unless you're running ads. If you are someone who's really prolific on your personal page, you will probably get engagement 60% of the time. And then the rest, it's going to be like, wah. Nobody's there. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention. LinkedIn, if you learn how to have strategic conversations, and you learn how to optimize your profile and create content, and you learn how to DM without being gross, you can actually like master the algorithm and do really well. And what I think is so critical about LinkedIn is that you don't have to be the best at creating content. You can get so much traction in terms of conversations and sales from just commenting with the right strategy, from just showing up and actually having a strategy to engage and interact. It's amazing. There is no other platform where you can do that. So the reason I love LinkedIn is you don't have to be some master dancer. You don't have to create all this crazy attention-seeking content. You can literally show up as an expert, have meaningful conversations, and get this party started. Tonight, what we're talking about tonight is how do you actually move the sales process? So how do you actually start making sales? I could do a whole entire training on the algorithm. In fact, if you're inside the virtual business school, you're going to get that. But the algorithm is great. Who cares if everybody sees your stuff if you don't have a process to sell, right? How many of us want to sell things? Let me know in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10. Do you want to sell things in your business? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like, yes, every day I would like to sell something. 0 being, nah, I'm cool. I just want to be famous on LinkedIn. Okay. It looks like everybody wants to sell stuff and they're not just trying to be famous. 20. Oh, I love it. 20. Okay, great. All right. I want to know also, since we're here, since we're leaving numbers, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel in your sales pipeline strategy? And VBS members, you can't answer. No. If you're doing Miracle Hour, if you're using our Dream 1000, you don't get to answer because you already have a sales system. So if you are not in virtual business school, you can answer this question. Okay, the highest I see here is a 6. I see a lot of 2s, a 0. It's all right, John, we got you. Some 4s. Okay, here's the truth of the truth of the truth. We have multiple companies. We work with entrepreneurs at every level of business. Thousands of clients. We have thousands of clients, okay? We work with entrepreneurs who are brand new in business, and we work with entrepreneurs running $20 million companies, okay? What I can tell you is that the world we live in today is not the world we've lived in for the last 5 to 6 years. The world we lived in for the last 5 or 6 years was you could be a good content creator. You didn't have to be great. You didn't have to be great. You just could be good. You could be kind of good. And you could market well, be very present, and you could make sales. We have a launch strategy called the live launch method. The slogan for that was cold to close in 9 days. Cold to close. We would run ads, people who didn't know us. They had no clue who we are. We'd run ads, do a 9-day launch, close people on a $30,000 sale who didn't know us 10 days before in the millions. That is not the world we live in anymore. Now, you actually need a sales system. You actually need to have your marketing generate leads, bring people into your world, and then you need a sales strategy where you can connect with a person, ask the right questions to determine if they are qualified, build rapport and trust, and then make a specific offer that actually solves the problem that they want to solve. Okay. So what used to be is you could be like, hey everyone, I am selling this thing on your social media posts. And then people would buy your thing. Or you could do a launch and you could say, hey everyone, you don't know me. I'm doing an ad. I'm putting it in front of you. Come to my workshop. I'll teach you this thing. And then they would buy your $30,000 program. Today, you can say, hey everyone, I have the most proven thing on the planet. People are making $8 trillion every single day. And they will still not buy right away. They will still take time. And so you have to build a sales process. So what I love about LinkedIn is the innate features of the platform allow you to basically build a pipeline. How many of you know what a sales pipeline is? And be really, really honest. Like you have one. Like I could say, show me your pipeline and who's going to close tomorrow. And you could pull it up and tell me. How many of you have that? Okay, got a yes, a no. Like, no, not a funnel, not a funnel. A pipeline, a sales pipeline. A sales pipeline of relationships of people you are in conversations with. I could say, pull up your pipeline. Show me who you're talking to. Who is in the nurture stage? Who is in the conversation stage? Who is in the I'll buy later stage? Who is in the I will buy right now stage? If you have that, LinkedIn plugs in perfectly. It is the perfect platform to fill your pipeline. If you don't have that, no worries, I got you. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay. So the beauty of LinkedIn is its innate features to find people. Okay. So one thing that everybody needs to understand about LinkedIn is you can build your audience with your perfect people. Okay. And this has nothing to do, I'm not talking about creating content today. I'm not talking about optimizing your profile today. I am going to teach you how to actually find the right people. So everything I'm teaching you can be done in about an hour a day. I will be very clear. We do not automate this process. Please hear me. Please hear me. Having a mini chat on your Instagram is not building a pipeline. Having an email list is not building a pipeline. Having some bot go on LinkedIn, make connections and sending a message is not building a pipeline. I mean, we use this platform to type in our search criteria, to choose the exact people we want, to look at profiles and say, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, and to make connection requests and then start getting the conversation going. Okay, that's what we do daily within about an hour a day. So the first thing I'm going to talk through is how to connect with the right people, because I want you to intentionally go out and find your people. I don't use Dripify. It's not approved. You can get shut down for it. And automated messages are the reason everyone hates LinkedIn. I'm going to let you know that because I get a 100 of them a day. We just had a member of our team today, and maybe this person's on the call. I don't know. Maybe you're here live. Invite somebody to this workshop. They were like, is this a bot? And they kept trying to figure out if it was a bot. And then it wasn't a bot. It was a real person. She literally texted us like, hey, they think I'm a bot, but I'm not a bot. I'm here. And they were like, wow, it's just so strange. You never see real people in the conversation. That was their response, because LinkedIn is the worst when it comes to automated stuff. Okay. So what you want to think about is, first, who is my ideal person? Who is my ideal person? Now, the beauty of LinkedIn that you cannot do in any other platform is you can through Sales Navigator, and yes, I do recommend using Sales Navigator. You can whine to me all the time about how much money it is. It is worth it if you're building your audience full of the right people. You can do this without Sales Navigator, but not as detailed. So just know you can do this without it, but it's not going to be as detailed. We recommend using Sales Navigator, and we go in and based on our criteria for someone who is qualified, we will fill out the Sales Navigator search. So for us, it might be if we're looking for filling our marketing agency, you have to be, over $1 million in revenue. So we can choose that in our Sales Navigator. I would potentially be looking for CEOs or entrepreneurs. I can choose the title. We would potentially, maybe you have something that's based in a location and you only want to connect with leads in your city or your state. We have a client she's a doctor who only sees patients in one state. So all of her searches are in that state. So you can filter it by location. Then we go to company size if it's a business related thing. Sometimes it's not, but if it's a business related thing, we'll go to company size. We can also go to titles of the people we want to search for. So we're very, very specific. Now, you can't do this. You cannot do this if you don't know the characteristics of your ideal buyer. You have to know the characteristics of your ideal buyer. You have to sit down and say, this is my ideal buyer, okay? It is with paid LinkedIn. Yes, we do recommend using Sales Navigator 100%. For us, it gives us the search criteria. It allows us to connect with more new people every week because you get capped. If you don't have a paid version, you're going to be able to connect with like 3 to 5 new people every week versus when you have the paid version, you can connect with up to 100 and sometimes 20. So you will literally be able to go find 100 ideal people every single week and add them to your list. That's worth $79 a month. All right. So we go into Sales Navigator with our criteria based on whoever the client's ideal client is or whoever our ideal client is. We will put in that criteria. Then there's one little magic button that nobody remembers, but is the most important button on the planet. Okay. So when you're in your search criteria, you have to click the little button that says posted on LinkedIn. Here's why. LinkedIn is an incredible platform and is growing every single month. However, a lot of people use LinkedIn to go find a job. And then when they've done that, they get off. They're not posting on it. They're not active on it. They are not using the platform. You don't want to waste your connection requests on people who haven't been on the platform for months. So that little button that you can toggle in your search only shows you people who have posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. Okay, it only shows you people who have posted on LinkedIn for the last 30 days, which means they are active in some capacity. Okay, so once you check that, it's going to pop up a list of names. And what a lot of people do here is they just connect. We don't do that. We don't do that. We actually will click and say, okay, is this person legit? Do they look like an actual ideal person? Did they post one share from like 29 days ago and they haven't been on since? So we actually will look at each person, and what most people do here is they click to add the person and send some stupid message like, I'm just looking to connect with other like-minded professionals in the industry. Like, nobody's going to connect. If you're sending those messages, they're going to be like, bye, not interested. So what we do is we don't send a message with our connection request. We simply hit connect and we don't send a message at all. We just see if they will come back to us and accept. And then if they accept our connection request, we send a welcome message. When we send our welcome message, we will start a conversation around whatever it is we're selling. So we do not pitch immediately, and nor should you. It is the quickest way to get ghosted on LinkedIn because everybody's doing it. So we'll say something like, thanks so much for connecting. My name is Danielle. I run a marketing agency. I largely write content around personal branding. Are you currently working on building your personal brand at the moment? Is that a goal you have right now? Or my name is Danielle. Thanks so much for connecting. I am the president at the Business Advisory. We do consulting for 7-figure CEOs who are scaling to 8 figures and beyond. I would love to hear more about your business. It looks like you have a consulting company that you've been actively running for 10 years. How did you get started in that? And then I'm just starting a conversation. Okay. So we do not pitch. We do not pitch. We don't send them a give me your email and I'll get your opt in. It is a conversation starter after they've connected. Okay. So we go in, we build our list, we save our searches. So when you do your first search, you're going to save it, because what LinkedIn is going to do for you is it's going to keep refilling your list with new people who qualify for the specifications you've added. So we will save our search, and we will, as people come in, as they connect with us, we send a welcome message. When someone responds to our welcome message, when they actually like start having conversation, we put them in our sales pipeline. We put them into our CRM, and we will also add them to a list on LinkedIn on Sales Navigator, so we can go back and engage with them. But we will add them to in conversation on our sales pipeline. So we know that once a week at least, we're going to go back to nurturing and engaging that conversation. Okay. So we are putting someone on our sales pipeline once they have responded to our message. It goes in our CRM. We are also putting someone on our sales pipeline, on our Sales Navigator list, to keep engaging on their content. Okay. So that's our flow. The next step for us is, if we're in conversation with someone, we are going to put them on that list. And every day we teach something called the Miracle Hour. The Miracle Hour is something you can learn inside the Virtual Business School. It is an A to Z sales process. We teach you how to do that in combination with our Dream 1000 training, where you are finding the right people, keeping them on your list, and nurturing relationships. It is a relationship management system that you plug into our sales activities in the Miracle Hour, and you have an A to Z sales system. So what we teach inside our Miracle Hour system is a series of daily activities where you are posting, engaging, and actually starting conversations, making offers every day. You do a certain set of activities. What we do with these people that we find on LinkedIn, when they start conversing back with us, we add them to our sales pipeline into the nurture phase until we've nurtured them to a point where we're able to invite them to a sales call, invite them to a masterclass or launch workshop, or offer something. Like if we're in a conversation and they're like, oh yeah, I need to learn sales and all these things, and we're like, oh my gosh, we have a membership, it's $59 a month, there's no contract, you can totally check it out, learn our complete sales system A to Z. Are you interested in trying it? We could just make the offer right there. So our goal is to get them to that point in a conversation where we can offer either a purchase, a sales call, or a conversion event like a launch workshop or a masterclass or something like that, depending on how you sell. So everybody's got a different process. Then we are going to, if maybe maybe they stop responding at some point, we're going to go, and we have a cadence, and we teach you this, all of this is inside Virtual Business School. We will go and we'll comment on their posts. We will bump the chat with a new message. We will keep them in our pipeline in that nurture phase until we're ready to make an offer. And then we make some sort of offer and move them down our pipeline. And again, if you're not in our Virtual Business School, it's $59 a month. You can get in there. We will teach you this A to Z process that you can plug into LinkedIn or any platform. It's not just for LinkedIn, it's any platform. Where you can learn this. You could literally be learning this whole process tonight, but I'm going to keep going with LinkedIn so that you guys have access. But if you want to join the Virtual Business School, $59, you can try it out for yourself. Okay, so we are going to keep our sales lists inside of Sales Navigator. So as someone responds, remember I told you we have a full system where we engage with them regularly. We add them to a specific list inside Sales Navigator, a nurture list, and then we will go to their account a few times per week and engage on their account. We will leave comments there, okay? What we teach inside the Virtual Business School with the Miracle Hour is that cadence, so that it's not every day. It's not like constantly messaging people all the time. It's just a cadence by which you stay top of mind and touch those nurture leads, those leads in that nurture column once a week. So for LinkedIn, when somebody responds to us, we put them into a list in Sales Navigator because it's much easier, right? You can then, when they're on a list, it'll populate the most recent activities for you. And so it's a little bit easier to go in and engage that way. And what happens with the algorithm, which is kind of cool, is that once you start engaging with people over and over again, it starts showing you their feed. So eventually your feed will just become your leads, because the algorithm will start populating with the people you've been engaging with. So that's how we do that. We move it over. Okay. Now, this next step, and again, we teach the miracle hour. This is a process by which you are finding the right people, nurturing them, starting conversations. We give you templates inside VBS A to Z, literally everything. You can test it out for $59 a month. But what we are going to do next, as part of finding new people and who to welcome, anyone new who connects with us, we send a welcome message to. We will also go, when you have Sales Navigator, you'll actually be able to see who's viewed your profile. So the second stage of people that we're going to have conversations with are people who have viewed our profile, because those people, we probably, what happened if we didn't connect with them, like, so if they're not somebody we sent a connection request to and they're viewing our profile, then we probably showed up in a search. Okay. So I want to go see who viewed my profile every single day, because anyone that I didn't directly connect to probably is looking at my profile because I showed up in a search for something they were looking for. And if I showed up in a search, then they're probably a high level of intent for what I am trying to sell. Or they might be trying to sell to me. Obviously, that can happen. But I'm still going to connect with them. So what I'll do is, if they're someone who's recently viewed my profile, I'm going to send a connection request. And then as they respond back, same process, welcome message. If they respond to the welcome message, put them on my pipeline. And then again, we teach a full process for nurturing those people, getting them to a point of wanting to get on a call with you. We teach all of that inside Virtual Business School. I can't do that now because it's like a whole other training, but that is a process. If you want to learn it, you can grab a spot inside the Virtual Business School. So what we do is every day, the cadence is we post, we comment on leads, we make new connections, we send welcome messages, we continue our conversations with people from before. Because as you do this every day, as you're sending new welcome messages every day, you're going to wake up every morning, there's going to be new responses. So you're going to send new welcome messages every day, and then you're going to continue the conversations with the people who have responded. And many of them you go back and forth for, right? Like, you're going to have several exchanges with people over and over again. So we do that every single day. And then part of that is going to see who, when we're doing our new connection requests, we're going to go into Sales Navigator, maybe do 20 from our list, maybe do 5 from who's recently viewed my profile. Those are our connection requests. And then we go ahead and start our engagement. Somebody asked, how and where do you keep track of a pipeline? We use a CRM. That's how we do that. So we use Go High Level as our CRM. Like I said, with Sales Navigator, what we do, we put them on a list of like nurture, how they are basically going to stay in that cycle of commenting, right? Like, we want to keep them top of mind, so we're commenting. We put them in a list. But then we also will take their name and their LinkedIn profile and add them to our CRM. Now, we don't add them to our email list because that is illegal. Don't add people to your email list who didn't opt in. We just add them to our pipeline. And again, we teach you how to build a pipeline inside the Virtual Business School. You can actually learn how to build a pipeline. But we will put their name in our pipeline. We will put their LinkedIn handle, and then we'll put any notes, right? So anything from the conversation we'll have, we put that into our pipeline. That's how we manage it. So our pipeline in our CRM that we own, that can't be shut down, that is how we stay on top of who we're talking to and when. Sales Navigator is the tool we use for engagement, but we don't own that. We don't own that. So we could have that shut down at any time. So I don't keep all my data in Sales Navigator. I don't keep all my messages and only that info in LinkedIn, because what if my LinkedIn account's gone tomorrow? I want that information in my pipeline so that I have that. Now, we have lots of members inside the Virtual Business School who use spreadsheets as a pipeline, and that's totally fine too. You don't need something fancy. You don't need a lot of tech. You can literally do this with a spreadsheet, but then that would just mean as soon as somebody responds back to your welcome message, you just add them to your spreadsheet, okay? So that's the process. Now, one of the things that is so valuable inside when you're starting to have conversations is you send your normal welcome message. And trust me, like anyone who's been on LinkedIn, you know how like gross and spammy like everyone is. So the more normal you can be, the better you'll do. But what I love to do for kind of a second message when somebody responds, I love to send a voice memo because it's a total pattern interrupt on LinkedIn. So typically what people do is just, again, it's this horrible automated bot land where they send you a message, like they connect with you because it's a bot. It's not a person. It's a bot connecting with you. They send you some message immediately, then you don't respond within a certain number of hours, and they send you another message and then another, did you see my above message? And like everybody's so annoyed. So what I like to do to let them know that I'm a person is send a voice memo over because it's just more personal. It's a pattern interrupt. People are always like, wow, that's so cool. So that's something that we like to do is that first message is just kind of a casual message. The second message I like to do, third message, whatever, doesn't have to be exactly, but somewhere down the line, I love to do some voice messages so they know it's a real person. Okay. So that's a process that we use pretty regularly. Now, another way that we get people in conversations and connected is I will go to certain influencer accounts where I know my ideal clients hang out. Okay, where I know my ideal clients hang out. I will then look in the comments. So I leave a comment for the person who's posted just to be cool. Leave them a comment, and then I'll go look at the comments underneath that person's post. I will reply intelligently, not with an emoji, but like in smart, like with something valuable to say. I will reply to certain comments under that post of people I believe to be my ideal clients. So I'll go in there, I'll leave a reply, and then I will go to connect with those people. I go connect with those people after, and I'll say, if they accept my request, I'll say, hey, I loved your post on Alex Hormozzi's recent thing about hiring a team. And I'll say something specific about their comment, something specific about what they said. And then I will ask a question to follow up with that. So I'm having a conversation based on a conversation we had on a thread. I'm having that conversation now in the DMs. I pulled it over to something private because I know that I can make this connection point over here and then have a more like intelligent conversation in the DMs. So that's another layer that we add onto our LinkedIn engagement. Now, the whole thing sort of rises and falls on your ability to, number one, know exactly who your ideal clients are. If you don't know who your ideal clients are, there's really no power in LinkedIn. The incredible thing about LinkedIn is you can search so specifically. You can find the exact right people. If you don't know who the exact right people are, this is not helpful. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, if you don't have a sales system, you're just playing on social media. And that's true on every platform, not just LinkedIn. You are just wasting your time. You are creating content, you are having conversations with no goal, no strategy, nothing happening. If you think we live in a world where you can just post and people just buy, we don't. Unless you sell something that's like $7 or a product. But even products now are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a month on ads to get their stuff in front of people. So if you don't know who your ideal client is, then all of these things don't matter because all that search capability inside Sales Navigator is pointless because you don't know who you're searching for. If you don't have a sales system in place, you're just making connections and having like random conversations with no process. There's no ability for you to actually maintain relationships. And what is so sort of alarming, I guess, is the only way to say it, is people will say to, and we, again, please hear me, we consult and coach multi-million-dollar business owners. These are people who've been in business for years. These are not newbies. These are people who've been in business for years. And we have our virtual business school that's only $59 a month. So we do have newbies in there, okay? And A to Z, what I think is so alarming is that people do not actually have a relationship management system. So what I mean by that is they will say, well, I post every day. And sometimes people reach out in the DMs and want to work with me, or I post every day and get people to sign up for my launches, or I post every day and run $10,000 of ads to every launch. And then people sign up and I send them emails. I send them emails and I post. And this is what people say all of the time. And those things are fine. I'm a marketer. My heart loves a good email. I am like the email girl. I write really awesome emails to my list. I love an email. I also know an email is not how you are going to make the bulk of your sales, especially if you sell anything over $1,000. Okay. So if you want to actually make consistent sales, the kind that you can rely on, the kind that actually create recurring revenue that gives you stability. How many of you would like to get off the income roller coaster of good months and bad months? Or how many of you would like to get off the roller coaster of no sales months? Raise your hand. If you would like to get off that roller coaster, give me a 10. I want to know whether that's no sales or many sales. How many would you like to just have consistent sales? Like consistency, like you're just like, I just want to know that every week people are going to buy from me and that I know who's going to buy from me. That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen by randomly posting. That happens by you building a sales pipeline. I like LinkedIn for this. This is my favorite tool to do that with because I can find my exact right people. I don't have to waste time with a bunch of people who just want me to dance on Instagram for them. So I love LinkedIn. Maybe you love another platform and you're using that. It doesn't matter. Your platform doesn't matter. What matters is that you are connecting with new people every day, that you are having conversations with people every day, that you are commenting and staying top of mind for the people you've already started conversations with every day, and that you are making offers every day. And I do not mean that you're putting up a post with an offer every day. That's one thing, but that's not making an offer. That's not having a sales system. What I mean is you literally have a list of names, and every day you wake up and you are confident because you know today I'm going to go start conversations with these people. And I'm also going to continue having conversations with these people. And these people are kind of in the middle. They're ghosting me a little bit, or they don't seem super interested. So I'm going to go comment on their posts. I'm going to go hard eyes their stories. I'm going to go comment on somebody's post that they just commented on LinkedIn, because you can see their activity. So if you go to someone's profile on LinkedIn, you can see their last comments and posts. If they're sharing something, you can go to that person's post, get back on their radar, even if it's not their own. I'm going to go through those lists. These people, I know what they need. They've told me in the DMs what they're looking for. I'm going to offer to get on a call today to 10 people on this list. That is a sales process. That is a sales process. These people I've had sales calls with, they haven't bought yet. I'm going to follow up with them with something very specific and a specific offer. Waking up every day with that kind of process in place and enough names to actually be able to make sales consistently is a total game changer that most people, can I be honest with you? Most people are not willing to do. They're just not willing to do it. The number of people that tell us this is too hard, I can't do it, even though it is not hard at all. It's work. It takes time. You have to invest time in learning the system and in doing the system, but it's not complicated. This is very, very simple. Inside the virtual business school, we give you templates. We literally will say, go send this message to someone. Like you don't even have to think of the messages. So it's not complicated. It is work. It is you showing up every day for your business. How many of you believe that you have a real solution? How many of you believe you can actually help someone? Let me know if you believe you can actually help someone with what you do. And if you don't have a yes, amen to this, then you should probably stop doing business. Because if you can't help people, you don't need to be in business. Businesses are about helping people. So if you believe you have a solution, if you believe that you can actually help someone, okay, then you need to learn to sell it every day. And that means showing up every day. That means getting your Dream 1000 in order, which might take a little time. That means doing the miracle hour every day and using LinkedIn to do it. That means paying for a sales navigator. That means paying for the virtual business school at $59 a month. For $150 a month, you get sales navigator and the virtual business school, and you can literally build a multiple six-figure business from that, from those two things. Completely. Do you know what it costs to go downtown to your city and start a store? Do you know how much money you'd have to take out from a small business loan? 500,000. A friend of mine runs a franchise. She owns the franchise in the area. It's 350,000 just to buy the franchise. Just to buy the franchise. Then you have to get the building and the equipment and hire. You are $500,000 in debt before you open your doors. Before you open your doors. How many of us can say, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go $500,000 in debt, but I can invest $150 a month in building my business, LinkedIn and the virtual business school. I can invest an hour a day in building my business. How many? Hopefully all of us, right? So at the end of the day, we can sit here and say, it's too hard. It's too expensive. I can't do it. Or we can say, you know what? I live in a day and age where I can literally go to a social media platform, connect with anybody I want, and start conversations and make money. What a blessing. I live in a world where I don't have to pay to go to business school and spend 60 grand a year to learn a bunch of theory that nobody's actually doing in the real world. And I can actually make money from going to something that's $59 a month. Like, that's insane that we live in this world. That is insane that we live in this world. So yes, learning LinkedIn, it's quirky. It's an algorithm. It's creating content. It's all those things. But oh my gosh, what a blessing that we can do that instead of getting in our car with our suit and our heels. And guys, you don't have to wear the heels, but with your suit and knocking on doors. How amazing is it that I could just click a button that says connect, and then that person connects with me, and then I say, hey, thanks for connecting. And now I'm in a conversation with somebody that would potentially buy from me. This is like incredible. You don't have to go to business school. We will teach you how to do this entire process for $59 a month, $539 a year, like insane, $639 a year, insane. A year, one time, you learn this whole thing that you can implement for the rest of your life. You can implement it on LinkedIn, which I'm going to tell you about some incredible bonuses we have if you join us inside the virtual business school. You could use it on LinkedIn, but you could use it on Instagram. You could use it on Facebook. I hope you use it on all the platforms. I hope that your team uses it everywhere. I hope that you take our system of the Dream 1000 and our miracle hour, and that you and your team implement it everywhere you can implement it, because you will make so much money if you do this. The problem is nobody wants to do this. Everyone thinks, well, I don't know, do I want to pay for Sales Navigator? Do I want to pay for virtual business school? Or I don't know, like an hour a day feels like so much work. Y'all, you know that people who build businesses in your downtown go 500K in debt and then spend 6 months building the building and putting it together again before they open their doors. Before they open their doors, they are literally 500K in debt and 6 months down the road. 6 months of time. You could get into virtual business school today, sign up for Sales Navigator today, be on a bonus session with me tomorrow where I'm teaching you how to DM, and you can literally be doing the things tonight. Like, you could be in LinkedIn DMs tonight. This is insane. So I need everybody to shift their mindset around what it takes to build a business, because I will not lie to you, this is awkward. This is super awkward. When you get in LinkedIn and you start having conversations, you're going to feel a little weird because people are used to getting pitched really bad. So people aren't always going to be nice to you. They're not always going to respond to you, and it's going to feel awkward. So you're going to have the mental resilience to say, I believe what I do is valuable. I believe I can help people, and my act of service is showing up and selling to them so that I can help them. And it's going to feel weird, and it's going to feel like work. because guess what? It is work. But what a blessing that that's the work. You could do this in your pajamas on the couch, like on your little phone, on your LinkedIn. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts that we have this opportunity. So what I will tell you is, if you are someone who's in the virtual business school, I have a couple bonuses coming up. If you haven't joined us for the yearly, we do have a training tomorrow where I am, team, I don't even remember which training it is. I believe it's the DM training, where I'm basically going to walk you through a really specific process for DMing on LinkedIn so that you have that pattern interrupt. So that you're not like kind of lumped in with all those people who are just sending those automated bot messages. We're going to be really, really specific in how to actually like get conversation started in a really authentic way. So that is a bonus if you decide to join us. You also are going to get, oh, I have a live only bonus that I'm going to say now to give you guys time, because my team, I had to like, y'all just please know, I had to like beg my team for this one because it's a lot of work and people pay money for these. So if you decide to join us inside the virtual business school tonight, my team is going, only before I'm done, you have like 14 minutes, y'all, 14 minutes, because I'm teaching Bible study tonight at 7 o'clock. So for 13 minutes. If you decide to join us before this is over, we are going to do a complete LinkedIn audit for you where we rewrite your bio. Just so you know, we sell these for anywhere between 150 to 1,500, depending on how comprehensive this is. The one where we rewrite your bio is about $250, and you are going to get that for free. And this isn't suggestions, like we're going to rewrite it for you. We're going to rewrite your headline. We're going to rewrite your bio. That is if you decide to pay in full for a year of virtual business school, you're getting that completely free. Okay. So it is actually done for you. It's not just suggestions. It's not just do these things. It is going to be completely free only if you join before this live is over, because my team will actually kill me. So if they have to do like 100 of them. So it's only for those who join before this live is over. You got to get in here before I'm done talking. Okay. I do want to kind of go over what the virtual business school is, because some of you are like, what are you talking about, Danielle? This is not very helpful. So is the virtual business school all about LinkedIn? No. If you want to learn LinkedIn, is the virtual business school for you? Yes. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how those two worlds go together, and then you guys can ask questions. The team is in the chat if you have any. So what the virtual business school is going to give you that nowhere else will give you, please hear me, you will not find this anywhere else. You're not going to find it anywhere else. What we are giving you is an A to Z sales system that you can implement with no ad spend in about an hour a day. Okay. So we are going to teach you how to generate a list of leads of ideal buyers. We call it the Dream 1000. It's an adapted version of the Dream 100. We teach you a very specific way to build that list and to nurture that list. And then every day you're going to do a set of activities inside what we call the miracle hour. These two things together are going to help you keep a full cycle sales system running in your business. This is a full cycle sales system running in your business. It is not automated. It is authentic. It is meaningful conversations. It is helping people, not pushing people. And it is actually getting your offer out into the world every single day so you can make sales every single day. It is not Vacation Bible School. I was very reluctant to call it VBS because your girl has been part of many VBSs. It's not Vacation Bible School, it's Virtual Business School. So just in case there's some confusion there. But we're giving you this A to Z system. If you are someone who is doing all the selling yourself, great, you're going to use the system. If you have a team, this is perfect. I have talked to two multi-7-figure business owners this week who said, this is a game changer for my team. I feel like I have a full training system for them and so much support for them because they feel a little bit alone, like they're working virtually, selling on their own. This is the perfect system for them, and it's keeping them productive with sales. Okay. So whether you're doing the selling by yourself or you have a team, this is the perfect scenario. But it's not all you get. So you get that full sales system. You are also going to get support from our team because we do not believe in automated stuff where no humans are involved. It's just not who we are. We know that business is hard and you have questions. So every month inside Virtual Business School, you get a new business training from a 7 to 9 figure founder. Typically, it's going to be from our founder, Kelly Roach, who has built an 8-figure company, owns 6 companies. She had a massively successful corporate sales career. So all of this is coming from someone who has done this boots on the ground in multiple settings. But what's really cool, which that's nice to be like, oh, she's built all these things. But what's really cool is through our companies, we have helped hundreds of people scale to multiple 6 figures and 7 figures. And we've helped a handful of people scale to 8 figures. That's over 10 million in annual revenue, not like lifetime, like annual revenue. So yes, it's really cool that Kelly has a lot of personal success, but what I think is a million times cooler is all the people she has helped to be successful, because those are people like you. We have people inside the Virtual Business School who 4x, 6x, 10x their annual investment within 2 days. We have had people go through some of our trainings and sell 600 people into a new offer. So just FYI, this is not just us being like, we're so successful, we do these things and you can too. This is tons and tons and tons of entrepreneurs from all different types of settings. All different types of settings. We have everything from like mortgage brokers to doctors to coaches and consultants. Okay. They are all using the system differently, but in ways that make sense for their business, and they are getting results themselves. And there's probably several of them on this call still. You can get them to VBS members. If you're here, you can share your experience. But we have people come in, buy the full year at $639 and literally make that money back, in like a week. So what is so cool about the Virtual Business School is you get that training from Kelly every month. It's a recording we send out. You get a live Q&A call with our team because, again, we know you're going to have questions. So we have real people. We do not automate this. There are actual full-time employees, not contractors, not BAs, full-time employees, some of whom are at the executive level, who are in the Virtual Business School helping to support you, and they implement everything we teach. So they are doing the things that we're teaching you. They're doing them every day for our business. So they're the best people to answer your questions. So you get that every month. It's Wednesday at 1 p.m. Then once a month, you get a marketing masterclass with me. Now I teach LinkedIn a lot because everybody loves LinkedIn. So I do a lot of LinkedIn trainings, but you also get trainings on email marketing, list growth, ad strategy, messaging, positioning, all the things that you need to create a brand that gets people to pay attention to you. That happens in the live marketing masterclasses. So you get that with me every single month. And then there's an implementation session, and this is the magic, y'all, because we know so many people struggle to actually do the things. And so we have a live co-working session where our team will walk you through the actual session, like everything that you need to do, and give you templates. They will say, go send this message to 10 people on your Dream 1000. Go send this email to your list. Go post this post, okay? So everybody gets this. Everybody gets this. Whether you are paying $59 a month, and team, is it $49 a month for a couple of days? Somebody let me know. $49 a month and or you pay for the full year. Now, we have bonuses. If you join me live, okay, it's $59 a month. If you join me live, if you join me before I get off this call, you will get an audit if you pay for a full year. So you will get a done for you audit if you pay for a full year. If you're a VBS member and you want that, just upgrade and you're cool. If you are someone who does a pay in full, you get a couple of other bonuses. So I'm going to go through those now. And team, I don't know how to use can somebody pull the slide up with the bonuses on it? Because y'all, I do know how to use LinkedIn, but I'm not so good with the Zoom. So it's a little challenging. Charlene, if you are in a time zone that's different, we have plenty of people who just watch the recordings, and we have a members site where you can ask questions. So if you join us, you don't have to be live on the calls. You can put your question in the member site, and then Ignacio will get back to you, or another member of the team can get back to you if that's what he, if he needs some support on that. Okay, I can't see everything on here because there's a big block. So I don't know how to, oh, thank you. Okay, so if you join us and pay in full, you get our business foundations course, which everybody gets. You get the monthly marketing masterclass, the Q&A session, the co-working session with all of our templates. We have a deep dive training on the Miracle Hour, a deep dive training on the Dream 1000, which is what I told you is kind of those two things together is our sales pipeline. That's how we teach sales. That gives you an A to Z system to fill your pipeline and convert your pipeline. So everyone who's like, I don't have a pipeline. Yes, you can cancel anytime, Mina. You don't have to stay. So if you don't love it, y'all, this is why I'm saying that I'm so glad we live in this world. Can you imagine, like, you're like, I'm going to go learn business. I'm going to go to Brown and learn business. You're going to pay 60 grand a year and you're going to be locked into that. You're probably going to go in debt for that 60 grand and you are definitely going to not be able to get out of it. Like you're stuck there. So if you go to your first class and week 2, you're like, I hate this. You're still paying for it. You don't have to go to any more classes, but you're still paying for it. Here, if you don't like it, you spent $59. $59. And I guarantee you that Dream 1000 and the Miracle Hour training is worth a bajillion more than $59. People come in, they take one template, send it out and make their money back. So I feel so confident that it's worth more than $59 and you will want to stay. But if you don't, you can cancel. You can cancel anytime. Okay, so you also get our sales pipeline training. I'm going to do a new sales pipeline training. So all VBS members, you get access to this. But if you are joining us new, you're going to get the new updated sales pipeline training. Tomorrow is my session. I think it's tomorrow. Is it tomorrow, y'all? I'm looking at my calendar. Tomorrow I am doing a session on how to have DM conversations. So what this is literally on LinkedIn. So specifically to LinkedIn, I'm going to give you a flow for sending your welcome messages with templates and samples, for following up with those voice memo things that I told you about, to getting people to either book a call, come to a launch, or buy something. So I'm walking you through a flow with actual templates. I'm walking you through a flow with actual templates tomorrow. It is 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. So literally 2 hours with me on LinkedIn DM strategy. Okay, like specific. And y'all, I'm like allergic to the broy spammy stuff. So you know it's going to be way better. It's definitely not going to be annoying. I'm also doing a bonus algorithm training. So if you pay for a year in full, you get the bonus algorithm training. And basically I did say that LinkedIn is a much friendlier algorithm. I promise you it is. It's so much better than Instagram or Facebook, but it is an algorithm. And you do have to learn to play nice with it. So I'm going to do a full training on that as well. You are also going to get 20 post templates. So these are proven templates that we have used. You get a template and an example post. So it's a template for actual social media posts on LinkedIn specifically. These are posts we've used on LinkedIn. And then you get an example so you can see what what it filled in would look like. You could literally go start posting those today. Literally, you could go, well, I don't recommend posting at night on LinkedIn. I definitely recommend posting in the morning, but you could post one tomorrow morning. And then you get the sales template bundle, which is actually this huge bundle of emails, welcome messages, posts, text messages, like everything. That is a bundle that you can use on any platform, not just LinkedIn. So that is all included if you pay for the year. Plus, if you join before I get off, I'm giving you 4 more minutes. If you join before I get off this live, you get that audit done for you. We're rewriting your bio, which is so important for LinkedIn. Your bio is everything. Okay. If you are like, that's awesome, Danielle, that all sounds great, but your girl can't swing $500, $639, no worries. I got you. There's still some really cool bonuses and it is $59 a month. You still get our full sales system. So that's the Miracle Hour training. That is the Dream 1000 training. There are several other core trainings in there, plus our Business Fast Foundations master course, which has everything from like positioning your offer, packaging your offer, buyer psychology, like all of that foundational stuff, how to put together an offer, structure it, price it, all of that is in our Fast Foundations business course. And you get access to that even if you do the $59 a month. Plus, you get access to the Dream 1000, the Miracle Hour. Okay, so you get all of our good stuff, like everything good you get if you do the $59 a month. And what a lot of people do, they just try it out, right? So they literally just say, hey, you know what? I want to get in here. I'm just going to do the $59 a month. And then they're like, oh, this is amazing. And they upsell to the pay in full because they want all the bonuses. What is very cool about our pay in full is that most of our bonuses, except for live only stuff, when you pay in full once, you get all of the bonuses moving forward. So like the live action bonus tonight of the done for you audit, we don't typically offer because we would have to do that for hundreds of people. But all of the other bonus training sessions, you get all the new ones. All the new ones. Okay. So for a full year, you get a year's worth of bonuses. So it's super cool. So a lot of people come in, they pay for a month, and then they say, you know what, I want to upgrade. I want to get all those cool bonuses. So then they pay for the yearly then. Okay. So you can totally do that. You can try it out for $59 a month, see what we're about, come to a couple of classes live, and then decide if you want to go ahead and buy the yearly. But if you do decide to join us for $59 a month, you also get the sales pipeline training that I'm about to release. And I am going to give you guys the LinkedIn algorithm training. So it's not on the here, but I'm going to give you guys, even if you want to do just the monthly, I'm going to add that LinkedIn algorithm training for you because it's so, so important to understand how the algorithm works so your stuff gets seen by the right people. So I'm going to offer you that bonus. Even if you do the monthly, it's going to be available until Friday. So all of these bonuses are available till Friday. All these bonuses are available till Friday. And if you join now, pay in full, Courtney, if you are a current member, but you want to upgrade to yearly, I'll honor it. So go ahead and you can just use that link. We'll cancel your monthly. So when you upgrade to yearly, we just cancel the monthly for you. We will, 2 more minutes left to get that live only bonus done for you LinkedIn profile. But if you want to try us out for $59, I'm going to give you the LinkedIn algorithm training. I'm going to give you the sales pipeline training as a bonus. Everyone gets our business training from Kelly, our marketing masterclass with me, our monthly Q&A session, our monthly co-working session, our monthly templates, the Fast Foundations course, our Miracle Hour and Dream 1000, which is a complete sales system, a complete sales system. We are giving you that. And here's the thing, you can pull the slide down. The thing that I think is so important is I love LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I want to teach you all about LinkedIn. There are so many nuances, but here's the thing. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't have a sales system. And I don't know how to explain this to people enough because they're still stuck in this world of like, I'm just going to post and make all these sales. You can post and make sales, y'all. But you cannot sustain a business. You cannot grow rapidly. You cannot create consistency in your revenue by just expecting to post and get people to take action right away. It's just not the world we live in. They don't trust us as much as they used to. They've been burned more than they used to. And we are living in a world where people are not as willing to invest because they're waiting to see. They're waiting to see. So when you build a sales pipeline, when you actually learn how to manage relationships, you always have someone in conversation who's ready. Now, what that does, it means that you don't have to keep going back to the same two people being like, are you ready? Do you want to buy now? Do you want to buy now? You don't have to be all stressed out and desperate in your sales process. You get to just serve people. You get to just build a relationship in a meaningful way. You get to say, okay, you're not ready till July. Cool. I'll come back in July. And then you just go over here to the next person because you know you're going to maintain that relationship and have that person actually join you in July. So you don't have to be stressed. You can have confidence in your system. If you are building a sales pipeline, you will wake up every day with a plan. You will know how to get sales. If you're like, you know what, I want to invest in this new thing. I want to make an extra 10K this month. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. And you have a list of people who are in rapport that you can go make offers to. How many of you would love to wake up with confidence about what to do every day to make a sale? Because that changes the game. The stuff we teach you inside the virtual business school is $59 a month, $639 a year. You get that bonus if you join before we're done. If you learn this, these are skills you will implement for the rest of your life. These will pay off for the rest of your life, whether you use them on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or in person. It doesn't matter. You will be able to leverage these skills forever. And again, I just want to encourage you. What a world we live in. Like, how amazing is it that we get to do business in this economy where we can spend $79 on Sales Navigator, $59 on the virtual business school, and be in business. We can be in business. That's insane. You maybe want to add in Zoom, you need a payment processor, you're good to go. You can literally make business. You don't have to spend $500, $500,000 to open your location and 6 months before you make a single dollar. You get to go out in the world and spend less than $200 and start making money immediately. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts that we live in this world. So, will it require work? Absolutely. We will never lie to you. Business is hard. Like, business is not for the faint of heart. Like, you will have to deal with no's. You are going to have to